What's up, y'all? Anybody check out that Impact 1000 from last night? Gotta say, 1000 episodes. It's not a lot of people that can say they have done that. TNA, NWA TNA, Impact Wrestling, whatever you want to call it. I know it's the same company, but 1000 episodes is a huge milestone for them, okay? A lot of people have preyed on their downfall for many, many years now, but they are still here and they are still going. I've watched this company since 2005 on Spike TV. They've been here for over 20 years now, but it's been a lot of networks they've been through. Like I said, Spike TV to Destination America to the NWA TNA pay-per-view days to Pop TV to a hunting channel I don't even remember the name of, but I think that's when Anthem owned them, and now they're on Access TV. But they are still here. They're still going, and I gotta say, this company, some would say it's like a cockroach. It will not die, but it's still going. And outside the WWE, which we all know they have 1,000 episodes when it comes to Raw and SmackDown, what other wrestling company do you know that have made it over 1,000 episodes outside of the WWE? Huh? Like literally, name one. Cause please feel free. I'll debate it if necessary. But yes, Impact Wrestling 1,000 episodes, okay? And, it's a big night for them as they celebrate the past, present, and future of this company. Let's get right off the bat, all right? We did open up with a video montage basically showing the history of, TNA Impact and whatnot, because it's a lot of moments and a lot of names that have been through this show throughout the years and the people that built this company, okay? We can talk about names from, an AJ Styles, a Samoa Joe, the Motor City Machine Guns, which is still here since episode 1, same as a Frankie Kazarian, to a Jeff Jarrett, to Sting, Kurt Angle, Team 3D, Beer Money, LAX, the Hardys, the Wolves, Decay, just to put some tag teams out there, the X Division, knockouts from Gail Kim, Awesome Kong, ODB, the Beautiful People, Tracy Brooks, many, many more, Mickey James, Trinity, some that are currently here right now, like a Deonna Purrazzo and whatnot. So it's a lot to say from this company. Like, come on, we've been through factions like the Main Event Mafia or Aces and Eights, or have moments like some Steiner Map or Kurt Angle, probably maybe the best debut they ever had in TNA. That was a big deal. Or the woo-off between Ric Flair and Jay Lethal, or even Hulk Hogan debuting despite all our thoughts, and some would say it was the downfall from there, but still was a big deal at the same time, okay? Because there's many matches we can go through with all these names, and like I said, it's a slew of people that you say, like either the foundation that built TNA, and I know it's a lot of TNA originals I could still keep going through and whatnot that built this company, but I just got a few right there, people that have came in and helped this company also at the same time were made future stars out of and whatnot. Like, come on, we got, wow, well, shoot, what else I can say? What, EC3, definitely another big name throughout this company. Currently, Josh Alexander, you gotta say, they have built him up very well as one of the faces of Impact Wrestling and whatnot. So it's many names, many teams, knockouts, announcers from the days of Mike Tenay and Don West, all the way right now to Tom Hannafin and Matthew Redwall. Like, come on, I can go from Josh Matthews or the Pope D'Angelo De Niro or Taz, that have been on commentary. So I'm just naming a few things throughout this history. I'm sure there's more, and you can name them right off the bat if you've been watching the show for over 1,000 episodes now, because we can definitely name a lot of crazy stuff that has been here, good and bad, all right? But we do open up the show with Scott D'Amore, there were TNA chants. He welcomed everybody to the 1,000th episode. He's been here since episode 1 with Team Canada, Eric Young, and he couldn't have been more prouder to be the president of this company. But for the next 2 weeks, they will spotlight everything from the past, present, and future of Impact Wrestling. But first, sorry out the bat, they wanted to bring out one of the greatest knockouts of all time. Probably the greatest, all right, which is Gail Kim, a 7-time knockouts champion. I believe the first ever knockouts champion since 2007. And, basically had a video package showing basically throughout all the knockouts throughout the years. I know I kind of named them earlier, like I said, Kong, Gail Kim, Beautiful People, Tara, Mickey James, ODB and others. But next thing you know, we actually got the return of the beautiful people. Angelina Love and Velvet Sky. Let the pigeons loose, as Taz would say. I obviously doing their big entrance and whatnot. And, saying their clips were good and everything, but some of that looked like security footage from Walmart. And, Gail Kim, good to see that you guys are still rude and obnoxious and whatnot. But then next thing you know, Giselle Shaw and crew walk out then saying, we've improved the Knockouts division since the Beautiful People. The Beautiful People says, what have you done? Then Jordan Grace comes out and talks about some of the big names that have been through here and talked about the annoying bitches, Bapid bitches in history. Deanna Purrazzo shows up then. The age of the virtual. Let me tell you right here, this is a very long segment, okay? So I'm going to go quick through this. This segment took up 30 minutes of this show that it went through commercial, because it just got people coming out here, because like I said, Deanna's out there, then Trinity's out here, and then, talking about how she is, the future, and, being a trailblazer for this company. Deanna saying, come back to me when you got 3 title reigns. And Gail said, come back to me when you got 7 title reigns. That was a good dig right there. But then Awesome Kong and Raisha Saeed. I'm actually surprised to see Raisha Saeed out here, because I remember being Kong's manager and, going on, Kong will destroy you, Kong this. But this is a very long segment, which is just several people coming out. And Kong, she's just talking about Kong. You all be crushed by Awesome Kong, and you all tremble in her presence. Who will stop Awesome Kong? Tasha Steelz returns. We haven't seen Tasha Steelz in months. Like, the last time I saw Tasha Steelz, she came back around what? It was around Rebellion, if I remember, or Hard to Kill, if I'm not mistaken. And the only thing I remember doing was just facing Shaw, and then she just disappeared again. So Tasha Steelz is back. It's been months, but she talked about, it's the generation of flavor. She's the greatest to beat the greatest, and now she wants to beat the biggest, which is Awesome Kong in the ring. Then next thing you know, you got the return of Mickie James, Hardcore Country. We haven't seen her since she relinquished the title due to injury, but she says she's back. And, she's going to be the 5th person of this 10-woman tag team. And they said their team over. Like I said, this was a long segment, and all this really did was just set up a 10-person tag match for next week's show. So it's nice to see, like, the past, present, and future out here and see some people return, actually, either from injury or just people we haven't seen in the company in a long time. Like, Gail Kim, we already know she works there, so we see her from time to time. Kong, we haven't seen her in a minute. Same as the beautiful people. Tasha Steelz has just been gone. I don't even know why. And Mickie James was injured, so she's back now. So like I said, I get, for history purposes, but this was just a really long segment that didn't need to go 30 minutes, though. Next, Eric Young was in the back with America's Most Wanted. James Storm and Wildcat Chris Harris. We haven't seen. Knock, knock. Who's there? Braden Walker. But, Santino says it's one of his favorite tag teams. Next thing you know, give me a shell, yeah, shark boy here, give me shell, yeah, crack open some of them fishwisers out there. But I guess he's going to be the deputy then for the show. Next, we bring back Beast or Fired. And, this is one of TNA's. TNA always has some weird gimmick matches throughout the years. Like, okay, I still think that King of the Mountain match never made sense to me. But Feast or Fired, someone say it's like Money in the Bank. But here's the thing. It's 4 briefcases, right? And it's like this. 3 of them contain a world title shot, an exhibition title shot, and a tag team title shot. But the last one is either you're fired. And I'm not going to name all the names that were out here. I'll just tell you who really won all these cases, all right? And try to fight off who. Basically, Chris Bay got a case. Crazy Steve was the second one to get it. Yuya Uemura, part of the Joya team. And Moose was the last person to get it after Rhino actually returned after Steve Macklin had the case. But Rhino came back after he got hurt in Chicago when Macklin beat him up. And Moose ended up catching it then. So I don't know who really gets fired here. Maybe Uemura, maybe his excursion's almost done in America before he goes back to New Japan. I'm not really sure, but then again, they just created this joint tag team. Crazy Steve, I don't see him going anywhere, given he has a new gimmick now, so he's getting a new push. Moose signed apparently some big contract. He just re-signed with the company. Chris Bay, I know he's in Bullet Club right now, and him and Ace are a tag team, but I don't really think he's going anywhere either. But I don't know. We'll find out next week, but I think Uemura may be getting fired apparently, or maybe the cases will switch. I don't know. Okay, Feast of Fire is one of those things where it's like, I don't know, like you want to shop and then you still risk getting fired at the same time. So I don't know. It's one of those matches in TNA Impact history that still never made sense to me. Chris Sabin talked about his match against Leo Rush for later on tonight and say he's going to become a 10-time X Division champion. The Desi Hit Squad, Rohit Raju, we haven't seen him in Impact for a while. Last time I really heard about him, I think he was on AEW Dark or something, and that's kind of it. But him and Champagne Singh were, calling out any team in the bag. No one's been more impactful than the Desi Hit Squad, which, what I remember, wasn't really all that anyways. But next thing you know, Team 3D return. It's been about 7 years since they've tagged together. Now, we know Bully Ray is on this show every week in general, but it was Brother Ray tonight and Brother Devon. Last time I remember Devon, I think he had, fusion neck surgery, so he retired from the ring. Because I know WWE just let him go recently, not that long ago, but he was a producer over there. But the fact that he was still doing moves and taking bumps out here, it's like, hey, good to see Devon can still go. Due to injuries he's had, but the fact that he got back in the ring for this tag match with him and, him and Bully Ray or Brother Ray, just to see Team 3D back in general, it was just mostly more of a nostalgia thing and whatnot. But Team 3D ended up getting the win. They did the What's Up thing, and, they got the table, get the tables and stuff. And then they hit, Champagne Scene with the, they hit the 3D and whatnot, Dudley Death Drop for the win. They hit 2 3Ds, and, then they put Rohit Raju through the table, and they hugged. So, my brother, testify. Great to see Team 3D back, because, like I said, it's been a while, but it's just good to see Devon. So, I'm not going to go through all the accolades and tag team titles they won, but good stuff right here. Right after that, Josh Alexander was on his way to the ring, basically getting a lot of walking weapon chants. He talked about how he beat Steve Macklin, and, it feels surreal right here. He's been the longest reigning Impact, world champion in his company's history. And, get to say he's one of the best. He's living the dream. He talked about how he watched this show growing up, and now he's here on the 1,000th episode as we're here to celebrate. But then next thing you know, he said he never lost the title, but current world champion Alex Shelley came out then, basically said, yeah, you want to claim that this title belt is yours, but it's not, okay? It's just not. I'm the face here to celebrate this company's history for over 1,000 episodes. I've been here since day one, and Shelley says I have worked hard and everything to build this place where you can make a living and pay your bills and put your kids through school and whatnot. All right, so you should be thanking me right now. But Josh said, yes, I do thank you and everything. I saw when you won the world title, and that's good. And Shelley says, yeah, your family just being a big mark for me right now. But Josh said, don't meet your heroes and everything. And, talk about thank yous and everything. You should be thanking me because I've been holding this company down big for the past 4 years and make it strong so you can come back here. But Shelley says, let's double that, okay? You tried me in from 2002 all the way to 2012. Then you come back to speak to me. How he's put more time in for this company. And, Josh agreed and whatnot. And he says, yes, you've beaten Tanahashi and Steve Macklin, but you haven't beaten me, all right? And then Shelley says, okay, then you want to go for this? You want to do it? Because right now, I'm the main character of this story. You just a side quest. We can do this right now for the title. But next thing you know, the Rascals end up jumping him in. But Shelley ended up leaving Josh behind. So is Shelley kind of more heelish out here? Yes. In this promo, maybe they're going to set up a rematch for Bound for Glory. I could see that happening, being in the main event if they want to build that for next month's pay-per-view. Given that, Alex Shelley never beat Josh Alexander. I remember I was there for that match at Emergence last year. So could it be changing now? I don't know. And is Shelley going heel? Looks like it. Shark Boy was in the back, talked to the Rascals, saying it's going to be Trey versus Josh next week. Santino didn't talk to, Kenny King and Sheldon Jean. They were pissed about what happened with Tommy Dreamer, but he said that King's going to face Eric Young next week. Next was Eddie Edwards and Alicia Edwards versus Frankie Kazarian and Tracy Brooks. Good to see Tracy coming out of retirement for this. A very good match. I know this feud has kind of gone on a little bit too long and been up and down at the same time, but I did enjoy this match. And Tracy ended up getting the win, hitting Fade the Black onto Alicia for the win. So it was a good match, but right after Kazarian said it's going to be another video package. And basically, I thought it was a tribute package just for Tracy Brooks at first, but it was announced that she was going to be going to the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame and Bound for Glory. And, fans chanting, "You deserve it," as she celebrated with Kazarian and her son. Good to see her go in the Hall of Fame. She is one of the original TNA knockouts, of course, so she will go in the Hall of Fame alongside Mike Tenay and Don West. So that's good. Good for her. So I'm assuming this feud is over now, and Eddie Edwards and Alicia will move on to something else. Leo Rush talked about Saban, how, he is going to win. I know they talked about for next week's show. We got a Dreamer promo real quick, thanking everybody after winning the digital media title. I still don't really agree with that decision, but we'll see what happens. But then we actually get to the main event, which is Leo Rush versus Chris Sabin for the X Division title. And a match that we should have got at Slammiversary, which this show even went in the overrun for an extra 15 minutes, okay? So this was a great match. It was well worth it. I definitely enjoyed it. Crowd was definitely enjoyed this match. They were hot for it. And this was way better than what we got at Slammiversary a few months ago. And Chris Sabin did regain the X Division title. Just big combo at the end he did from a big punch, super kick, shell shock, and then hit the cradle shot for the win. Right after that, most of the X Division faces came out and celebrated with Chris Sabin, as now he is a 10-time X Division champion. So once again, the Motor City Machine Guns do hold the 2 top singles titles within the company. So a hell of a main event match right there. Overall, it wasn't really a lot of matches, I should say, per se on here. Obviously, the best match of the night was the main event for the X Division title, but I know a lot of this is more of a nostalgia run right here, and seeing people come back like Team 3D, or, the knockouts from Gail Kim and Awesome Kong and Beautiful People, which you got to wait till next week to actually see that match. So that was just a whole long talking segment. I did like the Shelly and Josh promo. I'm sure that's going to lead into Bound for Glory. The Feast or Fire is whatever, so we'll see what happens next week. But this is kind of celebrating the history of the company. I wish we would have seen more video packages throughout the night, or big moments that have happened in this company's history. I thought we were going to see more of that, but it does continue into next week's show. As the 1001 episode happens, so a little bit more in-ring stuff, I should say, for next week, maybe a few more moments. But it is still cool to see this company get to 1,000 episodes and whatnot. I don't know what's going to happen next. I heard production is apparently going to be upgraded now for Impact Wrestling, which I hope so, because they really need to upgrade on production. Like, they really do. I'm sure a lot of people have said that for a while, including myself. So, we'll see what happens. It would have been cool to see some other bigger names come back, but we know a lot of them either in the WWE or AEW right now, and it's not going to be like it was back at Slammiversary last year. We actually got some video packages from, especially some of the bigger names throughout TNA's long history and whatnot. But hey, still a fun show overall. But what do you think of the 1000th episode of Impact? Okay, hey, comment, tell us what you think. What's your favorite moment throughout the history of this entire show? For TNA, or, debuts, returns, matches, any of that. Just name anything, okay? I'm sure it's a lot to say. But other than that, though, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. Just leave a comment. I'm already repeating myself. But hit the notification bell, hit that like button. So, we are out of here. I'll see y'all later, and peace.